Good morning. It is the 17th of October 2024. Don't have my trailer today, but I got Okaiho again today. That's 3 days in a row. And that area really eats up my time. So maybe I have a short day, maybe not. And it's raining. At some point I'm going to have to put my wet weather gear on and my gum boots. My job, Mainfreight, doesn't like me wearing gum boots because it's not a good look for their drivers to be wearing gum boots. But I visit a lot of farms, and on a rainy day those farms become a little muddy. So I'm wearing gum boots. Tons at work today. And what else am I going to talk about? I've got my truck fixed yesterday. Got back with enough time to do that. Got the pelmet fixed and the pole on my curtain fixed. So it's all good to go. Don't really want to talk about politics this morning. Yay! Tan goes, yay! No politics. Okay. I saw on YouTube story about inconvenient truths about Earth's history and past advanced civilizations. Because when anything comes up or is discovered that would radically change human history, governments and armies swoop in and cover the whole bloody thing up, so the general public doesn't get to learn the inconvenient truth that we are not the first advanced civilization on this planet. I think we're at least the third to advance to a level of technology that we have. Because things that the government and authorities have missed, like these tungsten rods, right, were found in Russia with a curly bit of metal around the outside, the rod, and this is nanotechnology. It's that small, and it's curled around this tungsten rod, and they discovered that inside a seam of coal. You know how old coal is? Underground, deep underground. There's no way in hell that our civilization created that and put it there. In fact, we couldn't make now what they found from a million years in the past. We can't make that what they found today with our technology. So was that the first advanced civilization? Who knows? That might have been the second or the third. And then, of course, there's the pyramids, which are a lot older than they're telling us. That they were created by an advanced civilization before we came around. And if you ever watch one of those programs, there's a lot of pyramids all over the world, and the way they intersect with the lines of power that the Earth has. They crisscross, and they're sitting on those points where those lines of power cross. And how did ancient primitive civilizations know how to do that? They didn't, because they weren't primitive. They were very advanced. Now, what civilization was that? The third? The second? So that leads me to believe that our civilization, which is the last one to date, how long is our civilization going to last? What are we going to be wiped out by? I mean, that asteroid Apophis that scientist Neil deGrasse said it's going to come past the Earth, and it's going to pass below the satellites, between the satellites and the Earth. It's going to be that close. This asteroid's the size of New York. it's a extinction level event if it actually hit us. But what he said, if it passes through this this window, you know, next to the Earth, then he said 4 or 5 years later, if it does pass through that window, it will hit us 4 or 5 years later. And this thing's going to show up in 2029. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, that's damn close as it is, passing below the satellites and the Earth. An asteroid that big. But yeah, I fear for my kids. I mean, I've lived my life, you know. Another, well, I'll be 60, 65, 66. If it ever does hit, I've lived a good part of my life, but my kids, man, that'll be it for them. Extinction level event. Do you think Mark Zuckerberg, who's building an underground survival bunker, he spent almost $1 billion on this, and it's fully decked out and it's very deep in the ground, and it's like a hidey hole. Does he know something that we don't? That an extinction level event is going to happen, and he's just going to hop down into that hole with a super reinforced bunker with a shitload of supplies, generators, you name it, water, you name it. He spent almost $1 billion on it. What the hell does that guy know that we don't? I mean, he's got the money, enough money to be connected, you know, to the people who are in the know. And those people were probably going to be joining him in that bunker. I mean, it's damn big enough. It's huge. So who's paid for their ticket with that information? Yeah. I mean, why would you build something like that? Unless you know something's coming. Why would you waste almost $1 billion doing that? You wouldn't. All those preppers, eh? I envy them now. They collect a lot of weapons, food, supplies, long-lasting food, sealed containers, you know. They're all laughing all the way into their future because they're prepared for what's coming. Most of the general public isn't. And we are the people that are going to start preying upon each other just to survive. If we survive the initial impact of whatever's coming. Whether it's a nuclear war or Apophis, it's going to hit the Earth somewhere. Man, that thing, if it hits the ocean, it'll create a tsunami at least a mile high, and that'll sweep around the Earth and wipe out most of the people on Earth, because most people live on the coast. Yeah. Doom and gloom, eh? And then once everything's calmed down and we've been wiped out, then the next civilization after us will start to develop and grow. Because we are the civilization that's developed and grown after the last civilizations were wiped out by something. Because with all of the advanced technology that they keep finding underground, yeah, what else did they find in the coal seam? Yeah, some iron balls. Had dents all over them. They look like walnut, about the size of a walnut, and it had a ridge around the middle, There's all these tiny holes or dents in it, like a golf ball. They found those in a seam of coal. And the iron is so pure, it had to have been processed in a smelter to get it to that purity. So yeah, who made that? Found a number of them in a seam of coal. Oh, there's lots of other things that slip my mind that they found in the ground. You have to wonder. You have to wonder. And you got to wonder about those past civilizations. What faith did they have? I mean, was God around for them? Who did they believe in? Did they believe in anything? And was that the right religion that they had? Or our different religions of today, are they the right ones? Well, you never know, do you? Until you slip this mortal coil and end up on the other side of the veil. You don't know. Nobody really knows until that happens. You can form as many opinions as you like. Nobody knows for sure until that happens. That's why they call it faith. Yeah, so lot to think about. Man, I like watching those programs about ancient stuff that they find in the ground. Yeah, it makes you think. Makes you realise how small you actually are in the grand scheme of things. Live life to the fullest, because you never know how long it's going to go. Not just for you, but for our species in general. Oh, there's a lot of other subjects I want to talk about, but can't make it too long. Because Tan complains, this takes forever to download, it's too long. Okay. Hey Tan, sorry. I'm going to end it there. I will catch you on the next one. Later.